What's going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo, and we're back to For Honor freaking awesome action. The open beta is here. The game is only a few days away, so now we can get in a groove and we can get just absolutely golden with some of our favorite heroes. Today we are playing as the Warden in a really great set of duels. I found a really tough opponent. He was a conqueror, keyword was, and he's got the ball and chain. He's that big dude right here. But I will make him my slave. Once we learn the ways of his fighting style, it's important to really pay attention to how your opponents fight and how they use their hero, and then learn from that in order to best them. By the way, thanks so much for all the support on the For Honor stuff. Love that you guys are loving it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So excited and so stoked to play through campaign, check out all the heroes, and just play a ton of this and make it awesome. I am part of the Samurai faction, so if you want to help me forward the good and righteous cause, join up with the Samurai. Also, I'm doing some live streams, quite a few actually, of both the open beta and the final game. So just follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/GhostRobo, or stay up to date with like the notification bell on my channel, so you can be aware when those are going live. They'll be this weekend, they'll be all launch week, and we'll be doing some cool stuff like some duels and brawls, and the best players I think I'll have copies of the game for. So definitely come to those, and they will typically be around, well, typically in the evening for Eastern time, as this guy wrecks me in the first round, pulling my neck with his chain. Ouch. No way to treat a lady. Anyhow, yeah, so I'm really pumped about the live streams and really pumped about the game in general. So let me know if you're going to be there, and I hope to see a bunch of you there. And like I said, we might have some goodies. This guy was really cordial. He kept just saying like good fight and things, so I used the little messaging system to tell him, wow, you're a nice person. That's crazy. I wonder if he knew me. Either way, he's really nice. So this guy likes to block and then go heavy with the attack, and he's pretty good at switching up different attacks, especially given sort of the circular swing pattern of that stupid ball and chain. I'm actually really excited to play Conqueror. They reset in the closed beta. From the closed beta, they reset all the currency and characters, so I've unlocked them again. A little bit of lag here too, which has caused some clashes that I didn't expect. But one thing I noticed about this guy is that he is very unaware of grabs. So I've been going for a lot of grabs and trying to get those to help me out here. And we're looking like we might take him down, and we do, evening things up. At 1-1 after his ferocious first round victory, we come back hard and protect our health and do well as his ball and chain floats in midair like a freak of nature. I also really learned the value of parrying in these duels, and you'll see it later in the video, but it's really important to have this in your arsenal. And this is something when I first played For Honor, didn't even know existed. So to parry, in case you don't know, you block or guard with any of the directions, and then you have to press right trigger right at the moment like that when they are about to hit. And what it does is it staggers them, it makes you invulnerable to attacks for a short period of time, and it drains their stamina bar. And stamina drain is critical in For Honor. So I don't really obey that rule and lose my stamina here, also losing my health. And the Conqueror is just kind of conquering me right now. I parried him once, but not enough as he grabs the execution. And I was trying to figure out, ooh, that's just such a pitiful sight. Look at that. Just laying there headless. Dang, dude. Guy has no chill. It's kind of like I was trying to figure out where was I losing these rounds here, right? What was I doing poorly? And I think it was that I was on the defensive and trying to anticipate all of his attacks, and then wait for openings rather than take the battle in my own hands. And you can take the battle in your own hands via aggressive offensive play, but also via aggressive defensive, via parries and whatnot. And I just was not doing that a whole lot here. And it's something that I learned from, and in the second duel you'll see, against the same guy, really put into practice. And he is, you gotta give him credit, he did well here. He does a nice job of mixing up his attacks. That shield bash is tough, and that's another thing. Like, make sure you go into the moveset menu and find out what your hero that you're playing as does that's different, that's unique, and see how you can improve and utilize that to your advantage. That's a parry right there, but not going to be enough. A bad strike. Coming in with a little bit of aggressiveness here. We're doing well, getting a few hits, but that's a bad opening. We do dodge out the way, recover some stamina, and we've got a shot if we can stay alive, but that's not going to last very long. So good night and good luck to us as the Conqueror grabs round 1. But what I want you to pay attention to is how a little adjustment can really affect your play. So again, bad defeat, we get brutalized, But watch what happens in the second round. In case you're curious, I wanted to show you like the menus and stuff because I know I haven't done a lot of that. But you scavenge the battlefield afterwards, and you come up with loot, or you don't. I was lucky enough to come up with one of the 60 gear pieces for the Warden, and everything is individualized by heroes. So your level, your loot, that is all dependent on who you are playing. Now your currency, thankfully, carries over, and I've got 351 as you can see here. It's 500 per hero, so I need to work on more. I'm sure they'll sell it as a microtransaction, but the entire game is accessible free, which is a great step in the right direction. We've seen a lot of games do that recently. Battleborn, you know, Overwatch does it with loot boxes, sort of. For Honor now, Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know if everything for Rainbow Six Siege was free. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. But anyhow, clearly this game is building off of the ground that those aforementioned titles blaze. So we're back at it with the Conqueror now with a much more parry and like take charge focus. And like I said, you can be aggressive in more ways than one. So we're fighting on the Sanctuary Bridge. It's a cloudy day, but I'm gonna make sure that the sunshine does not say hello to this guy. We don't want him seeing another day, and so we're gonna make sure that we make him pay and begin with some more aggressive play. So I like this battle arena here. It's a little more straightforward. I have more space to work with. I feel a little bit more comfortable. It doesn't start off right, as you can see, but I get a nice dodge, and we come in and get some strikes. So I'm gonna start being more aggressive rather than wait for him. I'm gonna block where I need to, but then I'm gonna switch up my stances a lot and come in with some light slashes, get underneath his slashes, and see what I can do. There's a quick parry, and then a heavy, which he blocks. But again, I will take his loss of stamina because now he is on his heels. We get the grab as he tries to recover, and that's a great thing to do as well. Use that grab when they're recovering stamina. Somehow he cancels out of the execution. Clearly it was lag. Nice to know, though, that the online is fixing whatever the error is there, and I really didn't execute him, so don't make him die randomly. I'm on my last legs here. It seems like I'm going to go out, but I come in with the quick grab and execute him with the butt of my sword. The handle is where I like to say hello, and we do that, putting that guy face down on the floor. Good fight. Look at that. We're just so cordial with each other. Very nice to see.
Round 2.
All right. Round 2 is where things could get dicey, because remember, we split the first 2 rounds last time, so that could happen again. This is a very small battle, so the exact opposite of what we just had, and I love that the duels mix it up in that way, map and environment-wise. A nice parry there. I thought I was going to knock him off. We don't get so lucky. Instead, we're coming in again with those light strikes underneath his potential attacks. A grab. He's got full stamina. I'm running stamina, but I want to keep aggressive. Don't want to give him any chance here. And we run in with an... I don't know exactly what the name is, but it's basically like an unguarded slash. So I'm not in guard, and I'm just running at him free roam and slashing into him, which I think is a great way to catch them kind of off guard, because they can tell you're running. And for me, the Warden doesn't seem to telegraph it as much. So here we go, 2-0, look at that. Nice dodge, he goes in for the shield bash. A little lag causes both of us to miss. Parry him again, lowering that stamina bar. He's on the defensive, we come at him hard, and now we just have the upper hand. He is leading health-wise, but I know that I've got him. I've figured out a way to play him to my advantage and to a path to victory. And this is what's so cool about For Honor. Look, you play, you learn a little bit, and before you know it, you are brutalizing the punks and slicing their heads and making them dead, and ensuring that they are a slave to your victory. I love duels, and I'll be playing more of them. And hopefully I get to play against some of you guys on those streams and whatnot. That would be fun. I'm going to now dive into a little bit of the... I'm going to give him 5 stars because that was fantastic. But let's loot a little, and then dive into the loot. Diving into sort of the customization system here. So we get all our goodies. Level up, get some XP, no new gear, but we'll quit the world map and just show like all what the character customization has to offer. Alright, so you obviously have all of your gear, and this affects your performance, it affects your stats, and changes things a little bit, right? So it's a more of a revive focused gear, which is nice, and then you can go in here and work on all of the patterns, the symbols, the colorways, which I like, because this stuff will show up in any match, any mode, whatever you play. And you're able to set the colorways for attacking, defending, and neutral. I felt like putting a freaking bullhead on my on my helmet would be very just kind of indicative of my death, my desire to inflict death. I was gonna say my desire for death. That's not my desire at all. So mixing these up, I like the colorways, the color schemes. It's actually very reminiscent of Assassin's Creed, some of the more recent games where you're able to have the different dyes and whatnot on your outfits, which I thought was really cool. Sort of those 3 color schemes. As you can see, that's borrowed here. I switched up from a female to a male. The Warden is one of the heroes that can go either way. You see our feats. We don't have the ability to change any of those right now, but we do have emotes and executions that can be bought for new ones. You got one on just tap triangle or tap Y if you're on Xbox, and then you've got one for like the hold, and they're either in combat or free roam. I really like the shoulder blade one because it's like, hey, come at me, and it can be done much quicker than, say, victory in the middle of a battle. But that is the Warden working some magic against the Conqueror in a duel that definitely developed my skills and hopefully gave you guys some tips as well, or at least enjoyment. Either way, though, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more For Honor. Hope to see you guys on the streams. Until next time, everybody, thank you. I love you. I love this game, and I cannot wait to have you guys get it in your hands. Download the open beta, or get the game, or whatever you're going to do, because it's super cool when we're all a community like that. So thanks again. Drinks much all and that's day. I love you. And until next time, we will see you all later.